morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host, I'm Sekou Wrights. And what was I about to say? I was about to say, shout out to New Thought Media Network for giving us the space, lending us the space to let us grow and grow and grow. So you just saw the promo. Here it is again. That means I'm talking to my dad today. So let me bring him on stage after I give him a little drum roll. Here we go. Hey, Pop.
Good morning, Sekou and the audience.
Good morning. I'm gonna change the background a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was a little late today, but those that don't know don't need to know. I got it in on time. What it was I got up earlier than usual.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got up earlier than usual because Fee was doing teaching a class, and she started teaching the class at 7:30. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna get up and participate in the class. Yeah, I participated in a tiny bit of her class because she was doing it. She's like, she's doing the thing, and I was like, I couldn't do it. And then she had the nerve to come run with me after she did her workout. I was like, wow. So shout out to Fee King. Shout out to Fee King. She's got
energy galore.
Energy. So my goal is to get to a place where I can do her workout and still do my run.
Okay.
So that's my goal. That's
okay.
Then let you know.
Do you have a time period for this?
No, because I thought it'd be easy. I just do my little thing. It was not easy. Let me sit down for a minute.
I understand.
Yeah. So anyway, let me get back on track.
Okay.
So here she is. She's saying, "Hey, Papa George from down the hall, from down the hall here."
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh wait a minute. She's saying, "Shout out to you. You are amazing. I'm even better with you." Yeah. I appreciate you saying that, Pete, but you did it. You did it, though. You did it. You doing all the workouts and running. Yeah, you did it. So anyway.
What's the weather like in New York this morning?
Oh, it's warm.
Yeah, it's warm up here too. We had 80 yesterday, and I think we're going to do the same today.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's crazy.
Crazy. This is Indian summer, brother.
Yeah, I saw some of the costumes outside.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised how they didn't need to wear coats or anything. Just casual.
Oh yeah.
Casual
we were like that last night here.
Oh yeah, last night.
Kids don't need a lot.
Yeah. Did you guys do the give out trick or treats?
Oh yeah, every year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, we buy the candy and pass it out.
Wow.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's funny. I've known. Well, maybe it's part of the aphasia. The aphasia that causes the mental mind check. Because I didn't think about my parents giving out trick or treats. I didn't. Let me tell you, I didn't. But they had a little bowl at the front desk. I saw some kids come inside from the front desk, and then you could sign up for your apartment if you want to give out chocolate from your apartment. But I didn't do that.
Remember, it's trick or treat.
Or treat.
You can trick them. But most people do. It's easy to do treats.
Yeah. So what you get? What you get there, Pop? What's that? Oh wow. So what you give them? What's in there? Are those baby Snickers?
No. Yes.
The what?
Snickers.
Okay. All right.
That's cool. What's left. Now this is for us.
That's cool. That's cool. I never thought about that. Never thought about that. I may have to do better. Have to do better by giving my stuff away.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, Fee told me to mention this that that wait a minute, October, October 29th was World Stroke Day. Was World Stroke Day. 29th was World Stroke Day. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't know that.
I didn't
But
either.
but one of my friends who had a stroke before me let me know, and so he's been keeping me up to speed on these things. And so I thought I should just celebrate it in some way. And so
Okay.
I just posted something. He posted a story that he did with the news. He posted that, and so he had that up, and I just kind of posted it. But I just wanted to tell people that in terms of being supportive, you've got to you've got to pay attention because I don't always know where my shortcomings are. Like that. You remember when I drove up to I was renting the car and drove up to you guys to the Cape, and I had to stop at every stop because I was so tired. And then you guys got a friend to ride back with me, drive back with me to help, and his help was invaluable. I couldn't have made it without him. But so it just you got to pay attention to what I may not see, because I was gonna like I'm just gonna drive up like I usually drive to the Cape, but having that sense of awareness is important. So,
Yes, I agree.
yeah,
And that's true all the time. You can't have eyes everywhere. People talk about eyes in the back of your head, and peripheral vision. All of that's probably good. And it may even happen sometimes, but not all the time.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. So, folks, if you got somebody in your life with a stroke, just remember to focus on what they're doing, because they may not know. Like me, I may not know, but my parents got somebody. They're like, hey, we got to get him somebody to ride back with him because he's not okay. He's not okay. So yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah. So
You should
money.
give a shout out to Jimmy.
Oh, shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Jimmy. And so I want to talk about credit cards today. Like I say, I've started a group online that's kind of separate from Facebook, but similar. And we've been talking about things. And I thought we were going to be like, oh, we know it. We know everything. We give you the information, but no, it has very quickly become a smorgasbord of information. And what's getting me is the credit cards. So what I learned is that I should not hold a credit card with a zero balance. I was like, what? That's what I'm doing. And they were like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So you have anything you want to say before I
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the thing was, if you hold a credit card at a zero balance, there's no movement in the credit activity. It's staying still. And a credit card will come and close your credit card if you leave it at a zero balance. They'll be like, we don't want them anymore. They'll cut you off. And you know that the thing that's second most important in terms of credit is longevity. So they cut you short. They cut you short at any time. So you've got to have that length, and you've got to have more than a zero balance. So today I put something small on. Oh, I put something for the group itself on my credit card just to pay it and then pay it off. pay it and then pay it off. Put on a credit card and then pay it off because just so I can have some movement on that. But that tripped me out.
Mm. That's interesting. I really didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think it happens with other accounts as well, not just credit cards. Uncle Joe, when he moved to Charlotte, before he passed, he called me and said he was getting bills from a bank that he had an account with. He thought he had closed, and would I check it out for him? And I did. It was a local bank. I went by and they said that I, as a third party or second party in this case, couldn't do anything. I mean, because I didn't have the authority to do that, but the account was there, and they assured me after a while it would close itself because of, again, I guess, the lack of activity.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. There's all these little tricks. Tricks, man. All little tricks. Because I was holding my zero balance card proudly. I was like, yeah, I got zero balance. And to find out that that's not the thing is to show a little activity and take it off. Show a little activity and take it off. That was surprising for me. So now I'm telling everybody, I made this charge this morning. So I have about 5 days before they'll let me pay off what I just paid. I was like, I can't do it immediately. I was like, no, we can't do it immediately. I was like, oh, they're trying to get me, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I said, Fee set an alarm on her phone. It says, Sekou to pay balance. It's right here on my computer because I'm going to make sure I pay them because Dad, their interest rate is 31%.
Ooh.
I was like, what? I was like, please repeat that. 31%. So I'm going to get it for sure. For sure, I'm going to pay it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear
you. Yeah. So anyway, so what we're talking about. Oh yeah. Here we are. This is what I was just saying. He's saying, and you are set to pay it off on day 6. As much as you like to pay it off the next day, after making a charge, the credit card company won't allow you to pay it. Yeah, man. So because what you would do if you had it like that, you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna pay this and I'm gonna pay it right off. But they won't let you pay it right off. You got to set timers and notifications.
Bait and switch.
Yeah, bait and switch. All right, so let's see what else I got in this group because I've been learning a lot from this group.
Wait a minute. Mama Janet was saying it depends upon the company.
It depends upon the company?
Yeah, so I guess there's a variation. But it's like the same style and same medium that they're trying to work out or trying to get you to work out.
She's talking about the 5-day switch?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So while you let your jazz game go, I'll talk about this.
I'll call you back.
That
I'm watching. I'm on with Sekou. It was Malcolm.
Hey, Malcolm. What I also learned was it's best to keep 30% utilization of a card. So if you got a card that's $100,000 of credit available, you should keep the balance at 30%. 30%, which is $30,000. Regardless. So if you got a credit limit, $100,000. I'm trying to get this right. And you need to keep the balance at $30,000 because if you go over that, once again you start playing with their secret algorithm, and once you step over that line, they start to notice they start charging you against your credit rating because you went over the 30% line.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did I. Neither did I. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So what happened was, I tell you this, I went to church with Reverend Mel, and we were driving back, and I asked her something about debt, about credit card debt, and she went off. She went off. She was talking about all this stuff, all this stuff, all this stuff, and she was
Uh-oh.
talking about it like it was like it was like the 20th conversation she had about it. Like she'd been talking about it for a while, and I was just stunned. I was just like, "What are you saying?" And because she flew, she did all these things, and really just, I mean, she did something that I never forget this. She said that she got a loan. Oh, she changed her credit, her car loan from one
Okay.
company to another company. And I was like, what? She took the money from one and got a better deal with a lower interest rate from the second company. And so she was paying, let's say easy numbers, let's say $500 over here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then she called the credit union and said to the credit union, "Do you have something better?" They said, "Yeah, we can beat that. We can beat that $500 at 5%. We can do that $500 at 2.5%." She's like, "All right." So they cut a check, brought it over here, and now she's got the same car, same deal, everything, but she's paying 2%. She's paying much less. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Well, that's happening a lot in a lot of different ways, particularly in food stuff, and accessories. People are making the same kind of deal. Some of them are saying that they can get you 50% less, and they guarantee it. So somebody's done the research. But I don't know. I've not heard about cars, but I know people have that in housing. It's called second and third mortgages. You find a better situation, and you pay out the old and go into the new.
All right, explain that a little bit more, Dad.
Well, say you have a mortgage for. We don't need to talk about the amount, but the percentage, the interest you're paying on it, let's say is 10%.
Okay.
And you look around, or somebody tell you about something, and you end up with another money situation or person or institution, credit union or bank, that will make you the same loan that you already have, but the interest rate will be 5%. So you just buy out and go into the other place.
So I would own a house, and then I would go to someone.
It's the same situation. It's a financial transaction.
Okay.
If you own, you don't own it if you're paying a mortgage.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
First of all.
Right.
But what you are paying in a mortgage, let's say $500, and somebody says you can get the same mortgage or the same interest rate. Oh, no, not the interest, a lower interest rate, say 2% or 2.5%. All you got to do is switch to this institution.
Really?
Yeah, they pay the other one out, and you then have this.
Okay, so when I had a condo, I could have switched the company that my condo was with financially and gotten a lower interest rate from another company.
Yeah, it's called refinancing.
Yeah, refinancing. Yeah, I did that with the company, but I didn't switch to another company where I could have got a better deal. I didn't even know that was a possibility of going with another company.
Well, a lot of people don't.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean, nobody's got the only game in town.
Right.
There are a lot of people in the game.
Yeah.
In this case, institutions.
Right. Right. Okay. So, what's the advantage of doing it that way? Like, obviously, there's an advantage of a lower interest rate, but is there any other advantage to doing it that way? To changing my fee structure from this company to this company with a lower interest rate?
Well, you're saving money. That's the primary thing, and that's the reason for doing it.
Okay.
Everything else is, a good thing. But
Okay.
the point is, you're going from 5%, let's say, to 2%, and that gap you're saving 3%.
And that gap, do I use it? Do I take it out and give it to myself, or do I leave it in, or what happens to the gap and the difference?
You're paying that difference out. You're not paying that difference out.
Mm.
When you refinance a mortgage,
Hey, Mama Janet is coming in.
Coming in.
yeah, I'm not coming on screen.
Okay, we're listening.
But when you refinance a mortgage, there are advantages if you're getting a lower interest rate. You're paying a lower monthly charge, and you're paying less money. However, there's some things that you have to watch out for.
Mm.
When a bank allows you to refinance, some banks charge you points, and that's to get the new loan. You have to figure that in because the points may offset the lower interest rate. So you have to watch everything. You have to know if there's some points involved. You have to know, what the interest rate is. So you have to do your homework.
Okay, so points. So what are points? What's
Points
that?
is a percentage of the mortgage that you're borrowing. So banks, when you go to buy a house, they'll give you an interest rate, and they may also charge you points, which is their way of collecting money on what you're borrowing. So you have to find out how many points is this particular bank asking for. Sometimes it's 1%, sometimes it's 2%, usually not more than 2 or 3%. But when you're talking about a couple of $100,000, that could be a lot of money. So you have to look at what the points are. And then when you refinance, you also have to make sure that you're refinancing at a lower rate, but you also want to ask if there are any points involved, which is a charge for making the loan.
Wow.
It's another way of them making money.
Yeah.
To simplify this process.
Right. Okay. So I just want to ask, while I got both of you, what is there more? Is there a point where you get some money out of this situation? Like this, just let me know. Like if
it's a lower amount that you're paying out.
Lower amount that I'm paying out.
Yeah. Instead of paying $5, you're paying $2.
Okay.
Now, when you refinance, what you're doing is you're getting the bank to give you a loan on your property, right? And so if you already owe $200,000, sometimes you can refinance for a higher amount, which means that you can use some of the money that's at the higher amount for other things. But then you just need to be careful because you're going to have to pay all of that money back, and that there's interest on that money. When you're financing a house, a lot of people will take it out for 30 years. If you finance the house for 30 years, and if you pay it off in 20 years, you'll save a significant amount of money in interest. So
paying it off.
Yeah, by paying it off, you save money in interest. If you refinance, a lot of people will refinance for an amount that's larger than what they borrowed, and they'll use the money for other things. But you still have to pay that money back, and you're paying it back with interest. So, when you're doing all of these things, you have to pay attention to what you're using the money for, and you don't want to do it frivolously. There should be a reason why you're doing these things.
There's also a way that you may pay off your mortgage. If we continue to talk about property, you pay off the mortgage, and you get another loan, a second or third mortgage. It's called refinancing. But that's cash coming to you, but you got to pay it back. It's not a gift.
Right. Right. Right.
So that frees up money if that's a need or a desire.
Okay. Okay. Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. What you doing, man? Oh, she's just trying to mute you. That's cool. That's cool. So now you're on mute. You got to turn yourself off from mute so I can hear you. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks, Mama
Okay.
Janet. Thanks, Mama Janet. So yeah, that's really good info. And surprising that, well, again, my aphasia may affect my what do they call that thing when you forget? Amnesia. May
Yeah.
affect my
Yeah.
amnesia.
It might affect your memory.
What about memory?
Yeah. Yeah. So I just I
That's a
guess,
technical term. Let's keep it real.
yeah, the aphasia triggers the what was I just saying? I just said it.
Memory?
Memory, but the amnesia.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. You want to be a doctor?
No, no.
Okay.
I just want to
Let's not worry about that.
get the terms right. Okay. So let me just say that this is an interesting conversation regarding, mortgages that we just stepped into.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering what someone's entry goal should be. Like, let's say I'm a first time home buyer and I'm trying to buy something. It seems to me like the smartest thing to do would be to buy a two family, a duplex, to live in one and rent out the other one to cover the mortgage of the first one.
Or at least some of it.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, of course. But
Okay.
the problem, there are limits set. The institutions evaluate you and your money situation, and they set a limit on how much you can buy, how much you can afford to pay, and that's the limit that, in terms of a mortgage, that they will allow you. And if you can work below that limit, then again, it's just like the points we were talking about earlier, or the other situation where you're just paying out less money. But you're kind of in a box until it's paid off. But there are kind of regulations and policies that allows you in, and once you're in, how you can get out is keeping the same deal or making a change, refinancing. But but the deal is you're still paying money until it's all paid off.
Okay, so just thinking at it from a basic angle.
Mm-hmm.
So a duplex is an option, but
Yeah.
it sounds like it would be better to like stay home and buy the duplex and rent out both units, because that would definitely cover the mortgage, right?
Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense. You're then paying rent, and most institutions won't allow that. If you're going to buy a house, you got to be living in it, unless you're in a slumlord.
Okay.
Because their concern is getting their money back.
Right.
And they're making the loan based on you. The property is also, has a value, but it's you. You're going to make this happen or not.
Right.
You heard this thing about foreclosures. You know about foreclosures. Well, that's somebody who didn't make the financial deal. They made the deal, but they didn't finish it.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, we've stumbled into something. We're going to keep with this though. Let's keep talking about this in the future, because I think we really hit on something that can apply to everyone. Everyone who's trying to buy a house, everyone who's trying to get in, get involved, and let's talk about it we'll talk about next Friday. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
And
Yeah.
also the thing you should remember is, you know, they say it's based on the virus, but everything has gone up. Some of it is coming down, including gas. You know, may not bother you anymore, or even before, because you were getting cars, but that's all you had to do was put some gas in it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
But everything is slowly coming down, and of course they blame it on the supply chain. I don't know if that's true or not, but the reality is everything went up, and it's kind of slowly coming down.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good stopping point. Good stopping point. We've run out of time, folks. So we'll continue here again. Let's talk about mortgages and let's talk about the supply chain. So yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Remember that now is better than perfect. All right. Got things on your say, Pop?
Yeah. I saw a group of us at the went to see Auntie Casey yesterday on her birthday. You know, it's Halloween day.
Right.
She slept through the whole thing, but we had a party
Wow.
in the institution. They supplied some cake and drink and gave her some gifts, and we gave her some gifts and cards. And
Oh, that's nice.
and again, I had a bag of candy for the other guests.
Oh, that's
so
good.
It was a good thing. I'll get you some of the photographs.
But was it the same place where we went to see her last time?
Yes.
Same
yes.
place. Okay.
They rolled her out of her room into another. We went to a private room.
Okay.
Larger.
Great. Yeah. All right, folks. I'll see you later. We will be talking about leases in the future. All right. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.